Hi, I'm Elisabeth Hekman. I'm a dancer with Ballet Tucson, and I'm going to be making crispy spring rolls with you today. These were a family favorite in my house growing up, so I'm excited to share them with you. Let's get started. We're going to start by chopping all of our vegetables to roughly the same size and shape as the bean sprouts. Those out. Long, thin strips. So moving on to cooking, I've got 3 to 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil in my wok. Low to medium heat. I'm going to stick my chopstick in there. Let's see. We're about ready. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but when it starts to bubble, when chopstick or wooden spoon, anything wooden touches the oil, when you see those little bubbles forming around it, it's hot and we're ready to go. So all my vegetables going right in. All of them. Perfect. To the vegetables, I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of brown sugar, maybe. Got them in my little dishes already. I'm living my childhood dream here. To that, we're going to add a tablespoon of soy sauce, and a tablespoon of ideally rice wine or a dry sherry. I didn't have either of those in the house, so I'm going to go with a tablespoon of, well, a little less than a tablespoon of rice vinegar. Don't want to do the full tablespoon because it could get a little sharp. And we're just going to stir fry for a minute or so. Nothing too exciting. In the absence of a wok, a large saute pan, or even a large soup pot. The taller walls will help with keeping everything contained, making a little bit less of a mess of the kitchen, a little less to clean up afterwards. Once you've stir-fried the vegetables for a couple of minutes, just long enough to get them soft and get some of the salt and the vinegar and the sherry into them, we're going to drain them. Not rinse, just drain and allow them to cool before working with them. Once they're cooled, you can move on to assembly. We're going to be using egg roll or wonton wrappers rather than those circular rice paper spring roll wrappers. We want something a little heavier that's going to hold up and give us that nice crunch after we fry them. They come in lovely square shape. We're going to cut down the middle on the diagonal to come out with 2 triangular halves. For assembly, I've got a little bowl of water to help seal the edges. I'm going to take 1 triangle at a time, pointy side away from you. Adding in the filling, a little bit of water to seal, fold up the bottom edge. A little bit of water to seal. Fold in the corners. I've got a nice little envelope shape. I'm going to put a little bit more water and press the lid closed. From there, I'm going to put them on a parchment paper lined baking sheet. The baking sheet is just for storage. Once you've got all your spring rolls folded up in their nice little packages, we're going to move back over to the wok. I'm going to pour in a substantial amount of oil for frying, and once again, check for bubbles with the toothpick. Got a couple of them coming up there, so this is just about hot enough. One at a time, we're going to slide the spring rolls into the wok, sliding, not dropping. When I was little, learning to make this, my brother was always very particular about slide, not drop. I thought he was just being a pain, as brothers frequently are, and I was older than I would like to admit when I realized that slide, not drop is a very practical concern for anyone who doesn't want a splash of hot oil on them. So, sorry Patrick for all the times I made fun of you for that. Sliding probably 6 to 8 in your dish. They're not going to take too long to brown. Oil's quite hot. There we go. It's a nice golden color. At which point you can flip them over. Get both sides nice and golden. Come on, buddy. Not yet. Give them just a little bit longer on that second side. When we take them out, got a plate with paper towel, drain the oil onto. We have a finished batch. They're excellent, served with soy sauce, sweet and sour, spicy mustard sauce, or quite frankly, they are delicious cold the next day if you happen to have any leftovers. I hope you've enjoyed adding this to your recipe repertoire. I look forward to seeing everyone once we're able to be safely back on stage. Bon appetit!